So yoga is both a practice and a philosophy. And yoga is really comprised of 8 different limbs of yoga, but I'm going to focus on 3 of the major core elements. The first is the physical, which are what we commonly know as the poses. The second part is really the mental component of yoga, and this is the meditation component. And then the third is the breathing techniques and breathing strategies, or what we call pranayama. In most of our day, we're sort of very triggered. We live in stressful worlds, stressful environments. And so by practicing with those 3 elements and using yoga, you can actually decrease the stress in our body. And yoga has been proven to combat insomnia, decrease anxiety, manage stress, help with chronic pain. So there's really a lot of scientific literature out there that supports the benefits of yoga.
What we see yoga at its purest form is that these are things that you can incorporate throughout the day.
So many people in our current society have desk jobs. So when we're sitting, if you think about it, if I'm sitting at a desk and I'm sort of hunched over like many of us are, over our keyboards, over our computers, my shoulders tend to come up and forward. And so that can really create a lot of tightness here in the chest. The other part that a lot of people feel soreness in is in our lower backs. And again, that's from that constant seated posture. And the third place that gets pretty tight on most people is our hips. So I'm going to go through 3 really quick and easy yoga postures that can actually be done while seated at your desk. So the first is, let's tackle those really tight and really sort of high shoulders. So first thing you want to do is just roll the shoulders back. Just give them a few nice rolls, which feels really, really good, especially if you've been seated all day long. And then really just kind of wiggling them out and just making sure to give yourself a little bit of space, right? We love our earrings, but we don't need our shoulders up there. So that's something to really bring those down, and remember to keep your nice breathing as you're working through those shoulders. Then the next part is our low backs. So again, many of us are very hunched forward, sitting back, standing. That takes a lot of pressure on that low back all day. So to kind of counter some of that is doing nice kind of forward fold. Sit up to nice and tall, have good posture, bring your shoulders back and down. And then it's just leaning forward. So taking in a big deep inhale. And when you fold forward, exhaling that breath. And you can do that really as many times as you like. You can grab onto your elbows when you're down there. You can kind of shake your head yes or no, and move and sort of play with what feels really good for your body that day. And then the last exercise, this is my kind of personal favorite that I love to do, is we call it a seated pigeon. So pigeon is a really good hip opener yoga pose. And the way that we do seated pigeon is just, again, sitting up nice and tall, nice and straight, and bringing your foot or your ankle up over your knee, and whatever, again, feels most comfortable for you. And then it's doing that forward fold motion. So it's really kind of just leaning in. And again, wherever you feel the stretch, you should feel that sort of into the deep part of your hip of the leg that is sort of up, and just push down into that. And you can kind of hang out here for as long as you want. If it feels good, just stay there. Take some nice deep breaths. And then coming back up. And then you would reverse and you would repeat that with the same leg. And these are poses that you can, again, really incorporate really easily into your workday.